It's about 11 at night when I wake up for the day. I went to bed around 5, and with 6 hours of sleep, I'm rested and ready to go. Usually I wake up anywhere from 1 to 4 in the morning, but I don't have a hard and fast schedule. The only real metric I have to live by is heat and light. With the midsummer light levels in Alaska, I'll only have to wait a few hours before the sun comes back up, and I can get into the day's work before it gets too hot to be outside. I start the day by doing a quick once-over on the cabin. I'm by no means a clean freak, but I try to keep things organized as best I can, and having a clean space to live in really gets me ready to be productive. I got a bit of time to kill this morning though, so I think I'll get started with a solid breakfast. I would cook everything on the wood stove, but here in Alaska it's peak wildfire season. Most of this week the temperature's been in the mid 80s, and around here it hasn't rained in a long while, so everything is bone dry. So instead I'll do my cooking on a butane camp stove. Definitely not the prettiest breakfast, but it'll do. I was gonna make some toast to go with it, but I think eggs and bacon is all I really need today. I won't be skipping on coffee though. That's always an absolute must. With breakfast out of the way, I get to making a rough outline of what needs to get done today. I won't lie, I usually don't write it out in a giant empty page of a sketchbook, but I can't exactly film my phone with my phone, so this will have to do for a visual. Most days I don't get everything done, but it's a good baseline to work off of, even if it's only a very loose structure. So armed with the day's tasks, I decided to start by wholeheartedly ignoring them. I noticed that the wild strawberries that grow around here are starting to come in, and I figured I'd spend a bit of time this morning walking the roadside by the cabin and harvesting as many as I could find. Aside from the mosquitoes, it's a gorgeous morning, and despite the fact that most of them probably won't ripen and fully develop for another week or two, I managed to bring in a nice little haul that'll make for a fantastic little snack. As soon as the sun comes up a bit, I head out to get a tote full of gravel for the front of my cabin. My best guess is that the gravel pit is some 17 miles away, so with the drive there, filling the box, and driving back, a gravel run usually takes an hour or so, but I don't mind the drive. It's a good way to get myself moving for the day and start with something easy, plus the sunrises are fantastic around here. I think this is the 11th or 12th trip I've made to the pit so far, and I'll probably be going back most days the rest of the summer. I've got a long way to go if I want to gravel my entire front yard, plus whatever projects I take on in the next few months. It's just a good material to have around. I don't even know why I put weed pulling on the list. Not that it didn't need to be done, but it's a tiny job. I've gotten some comments about a plastic layer beneath the gravel to stop weeds from growing, but it's really not a big enough problem to be worth doing something like that. Before I move on, I'll charge up my power bank for the next day or so. Usually I charge it with this solar panel, but since it's overcast, I'll use the generator. I still don't have any of the major amenities that electricity provides, but the power bank is more than enough to keep my lamps on and charge my devices for a day or two, which is good enough for me. With that done, I got started on moving my collection of flat stones to the yard so I could start doing some real work on the fire pit. I think I have some 150 stones to move, but I won't need all of them right now. Today's plan is just to set up the first ring of stones, maybe 30 or so. Each additional layer around the fire pit is going to double and triple that, and I'll probably have to stock up again to finish the project, but I have more than I need for what I want to finish today. Digging up the top layer of the dirt was definitely the hardest part of the process. The whole thing is just a tangled mass of roots and dust basically, and about as much cutting happens as does digging. But I made some solid progress. Other than the absolutely relentless mosquitoes, it's all simple grunt work, nothing too taxing, although I did end up sabotaging myself a bit. I took a nap sometime in the middle of the day to get away from the heat, and around the time I woke up again, the bugs had gone from bad to unbearable, so it wasn't long after when I called it a day. But there's really not much left to do with the first layer. A few stones to lay, and some clay and gravel to pack into the cracks, then lock it all in place. I'll get it done soon. But before I went inside for the night, I spent an hour or so moving the wood out from behind the cabin over to the main pile, finishing up my third and fourth stack. It's just something that was bothering me. To end out the day, I went inside to relax for a while and do some painting. It's one of the few hobbies I have that doesn't require constant restocks of expensive materials like lumber and precious metals, so kind of the perfect pastime. I've got quite a lot of muses. I kind of paint a little of everything, but flowers are a good go-to when you don't have any ideas or don't want to think, so that's what we're going to do today. And around this time, I've had a good day's rest. It's late, and only a few hours from now, the sun will be up. It's been a good day. Better than a lot of them. But as always, I didn't accomplish as much as I wanted to. That's fine. Just something to shoot for tomorrow. Thanks for coming along with me. I've been Mick, and until next time, stay warm out there. Have a good day.